I'm live. I know I'm driving.
Hey everybody. If anybody's coming in, I gotta wait for the notification to go away. Nobody's here yet. Boo.
Nobody likes us.
Now live on Grams and Pops.
You got
Yay.
the notification. We are live, people. Come join us.
See if anybody hops in. Oh,
I'm in here.
is that Brad that
That's
just
Hannah.
hopped in? Yep, Brad's in here. So we do have some people.
Hi, Brad. We're driving. I'm doing a Brad because Brad was driving the other day too.
We are, I don't know how noisy it is with the car noise for you guys. You'll have to let us know.
Oh, I suppose I can't hear that.
We may not stay on long, but we're live for the drive to Plains to Profit. We got about an hour and 56 minutes to go. So we figured we'd just hop in. And we have this one back here, Hannah.
She had to switch seats because she was in the other seat. Jesus, we jumped a lot. There's like 11 people in here.
Can
Hannah,
you see comments or
we,
no?
we can't see
No.
comments. You'll have to read comments.
I think it pops up
Brad
as
said, present. Oh,
not
you
much.
can see 'em.
Not much car noise. You can see
Good.
him kind of.
Hey, Mary.
I'm
Hannah-
from Colorado.
Ken says, Hannah!
What's taking you so long?
What's taking
Who
us
is that?
on? Grams is driving.
Like,
We're going 81, so that's, I mean, we're moving at a good click, but it's going to be a bit. We're in the flatlands. It takes forever.
We had to wait for somebody to get out of school today.
Hi from sunny
Hi
Alabama.
from Alabama.
Ooh,
Hey.
it's actually nice out today in the sun, but it's chilly.
We got Happy Heart in here. Happy Heart, you need to close out of here, get packed up. We're going to beat you there.
We're going to get there too early to probably check in anyway.
No, we got a whole truckload to empty. The whole bed of the truck is packed.
Teacher
Oh,
Hannah.
it's not bad.
I wasn't sure we were going to get the tonneau cover
It's not.
closed at first.
Hannah has her headphones in. She says it's not bad at
It's
all.
not bad.
I'm waiting on Steve.
The great poo-pooer is poo-pooing the plans.
Maybe he's poo-pooing. It takes a
Maybe
minute.
he is poo-pooing. Steve, are you poo-pooing?
Safe travels. Have a blast. We will, Mary. I wish you were coming. I'm
No,
not
she
sure.
gets to hang out with Ken.
I'm not sure what time Mike's coming in, but we are having a Thursday dinner for anybody that comes in early at 6:30
At the old
at the old mattress factory in Omaha. So if you're in Omaha, whether you're part of the event or not, you're welcome to come up and join us.
See, she said, yep, he's poo-pooing it. He's probably poo-pooing the poo-pooing plans
Hey, that's
on the
it.
poo-pooer.
That's important.
I think I came playing first here at the hotel. Michelle, the receptionist, said so.
Oh, Mike, you're there already?
Man.
Nice.
We got 2 hours.
Well, Mike, we're on our way. We got about 2 hours.
Next year, Mary, next year.
I hope so. Did you and Ken work out a schedule yet for recording? Guys, Mary's going to be on Unemployed for a Living podcast with Ken this coming week, so you don't want to miss that one. Drive safely. We are. I'm doing the phone work. Teresa's just driving.
Yeah, but I'm trying to read the comments too, so now I'm going to get an accident. I can't read them.
Don't read them.
Yeah, don't read them, silly.
Sunny Florida.
Says don't read them and reads them.
I know. I just glance. I don't read all of them.
Thanks for letting me fill in. Oh, absolutely.
Eyes on the road.
Thank you for filling in. You're not just filling in. We've been planning to have you on for the longest time. I'm just sorry I can't be there when we do it.
Are you watching me, Hannah, so you see when my eyes aren't on the road?
No, someone told you to keep your eyes on the road.
I can't help it.
Me and the wife watch your vids. I can't see.
Mine's getting laggy.
That's because you're probably on
Yours is
hotspot.
getting laggy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's on hotspot.
Hopefully ours isn't.
Dude, we got 22 people in here.
We are just kind of driving through the middle of nowhere here. You guys,
You could grab it and turn it around and show everybody our nice view.
oh, you guys want to see the view of nothing?
I was like,
Here's our beautiful view of
South Dakota.
the flatlands of South Dakota. It's not
It's
real
not
flat.
right here. We're on the top of a hill.
I think most people in the world would call this flat.
Yeah, see, as soon as it goes down there, it gets dark. It goes into like dark mode. New Hampshire You know, it took me forever to
I
get
missed a
somebody
few of
from
those.
New Hampshire to buy something from me so I could finish my map.
Yes, it's definitely flat here. I showed you the one hill on the trip. Like literally
this-
after I put the phone down, it's just flat. You can see for miles.
Until you get out west.
When a cow farts, the wind picks up here. Like there's nothing blocking anything.
There is trees.
We have a couple trees.
Hello from
And houses.
Virginia.
Virginia.
We're at in Virginia.
Where's Amy from? She's
Virginia?
from Virginia, yeah.
I feel like I'm like your like social media manager right now.
Well, manage better.
Yeah, you gotta read the comments. Oh, geez, we jumped to 32 people.
Hey, everybody.
I can't see.
Hey, guys, if you haven't yet, we're like 2 members away.
Fairfax County. Isn't that, I
Fairfax.
think, where's Amy
North
from?
Carolina.
I'm not sure. We're 2 members away on the dollar auction from passing Dip Dit Sports. And we love the Dip Dit family, but we can't have them ahead of us. So go
No,
join. Go
You don't
over,
have to sell. Come on over and sign
go
up.
over to the dollarauction.com and help us get the last 2 members to pass up Dip Dit Sports.
So we,
We are in the top 50.
somebody said they were from North Carolina. So Corey and I got married in North Carolina,
Onslow County.
in Jacksonville.
Yep.
Oh, I'm trying to think of where Amy's from. Virginia Beach.
Yeah.
They live on the beach.
Amy decided
Close
not
to
to
it.
come to Plains to Profit this year because she doesn't like us enough. And we're going to make her feel horrible about it. No,
What's up?
I'm just kidding.
Easy's cat Sue.
She couldn't make it this year. We wish she could have. Hey, Sue.
We're excited. We have a whole bunch of new people coming this year. We do have some repeat customers coming, some repeat people, but we do have a bunch of new ones coming. I know I'm excited for Tina to come from Tina
Lake
with the
Exchange.
Lakes Exchange.
Yep.
Sue. Oh, Sue. Is he saying like Sue her?
Easy cat Sue. Her name is Sue.
Oh, that makes sense. Sue, I see it now.
Yeah, see, your screen goes dark when you
I
hold
can't
it
read
down.
those kind. Hannah,
Said,
you got
Medco Meetup said, "Hey Ken, sorry to miss you this weekend. I guess I'll just have to cry in my reseller clickbait t-shirt."
Yeah, Ken
Don't wear that.
and I are pretty good friends, but not good enough to get him to a meetup. 2 years in a row, he skipped my meetup. I don't know. But you guys lean on Ken a little. He might make a Plains to Profit eventually.
And then Doreen French said, "That's funny. I was going to buy from you, and the next video you said it was not New Hampshire but somewhere else, so I didn't buy."
I did finally get somebody from New Hampshire to buy. I don't remember what my last state was though. I think if
You're coming from
Coming
Tennessee.
from Tennessee.
Jack Frost. We're already here actually.
Oh, nice. Well,
Who's
go
that?
go find Mike.
Jack Frost.
Mike's wandering around the lobby. Just start waving. He'll see you.
Is it okay to ask a question about the dollar auction site?
Go ahead.
Absolutely.
We're open for any questions. Well, most questions today.
Ken,
What's
Jill,
your
and I
question?
can carpool next year.
Let me know when they come up with their question,
I'll
Hannah.
read it.
Okay.
You stop looking at the phone.
Shut up.
You can kill us all alive. Agreed, Mary. Sweet. Ken's coming next year.
Ruh-roh. Mine gross.
I only want Kim to show up so that I can get a Plains to Profit headshot. I have a headshot from all the other places, except Tennessee. I didn't get that one.
No, but when we sold it,
I
No,
know.
we sold one of the 2 we had from
we
Vegas.
did for $50.
Someone's coming
No.
from Kansas City.
Nice.
Who's coming from Kansas City?
Vidias by the Hawkman.
We'll see you soon.
They're saying
Jess
they're on
and-
their way. here in a
Jess and
couple
Zena are
hours.
on their way from Okie, Oklahoma.
Yep, you guys will be taking the same route up, I'm sure.
Only there before Jess and Zena, because
Yep.
it's in Oklahoma.
Yep, after.
After.
Well, south of Kansas City,
Yes.
yes.
Oh, this seat feels good on my back.
Did you get it back up again?
I realized that I just actually paused it.
Oh, there's
Okay,
a-
Dave Decade said, "I click on the sell item and it opens up a new tab, but I don't have the dollar auction site to choose from, and I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. Only choices are the other district sites I can sell on."
Okay,
Okay.
did you request to sell, or are you just
Yep.
on there as a buyer?
Just go to the dollarauction.com and make sure it says that you're a member. Make sure you join the marketplace, and then click on the apply to sell button, and we'll get you approved. Then you can do that.
They said it's Kyle and April, and we're noobs.
Oh, cool. We're excited.
Should I wear what?
Is that who I think it is?
I don't know. What did that last comment say? Should I wear what?
Oh, hold on. Oh my gosh.
Hannah's getting behind.
Hannah's slow.
Corey, should I wear that shirt on my live from P2P live stream tomorrow, or should I wear my Grams and Pop sometimes shit is just shit t-shirt?
Sometimes shit is just shit.
Yeah, definitely that one.
I need to get one of those.
Yeah, there are shirt designs. We don't have that one yet. Mike, you're the first one to buy that shirt, and that's one of our designs that I actually want. So I'm going to have to order my own.
Thank you,
Xena.
Zina.
Oh, that might be. Is it Xena Holden?
Yeah.
That's
Xena. Hi,
It says
Xena.
we're watching you while we drive.
How far out are you?
Dave, please go to dashboard and the sell item from that screen.
Yeah,
Wish I could wear that at work.
You can. Just tell them Grams and Pops approve.
In that case, I will auction it off at a premium.
It's probably my size too, Mike. We
Xena
probably
said
wear
we're about 3 hours
a
out.
similar size.
Oh, so you'll get there shortly after we will.
Yep.
Xena, I'm ready for a Xena hug.
Xena hug.
Still know what I'm talking
The
about.
Xena hug comes with a good game pat, in case anybody wasn't a little handsy, I hear. Sorry, Xena. I didn't mean to out you like that.
We're not far from going through Sewer City.
Yep, almost to Sewer City, Iowa. Hour and 45 minutes from the hotel. And so far, Teresa hasn't killed us or wrecked anything, so she's doing good.
Awesome hotel here, guys.
Thank you, Mike. Well, it's not my hotel, but
Hey, don't forget, if you're staying there, make sure you go up and ask for the free cookies, because you get free. They're not always warm, but a majority of the time they're warm. But warm cookies from the front desk.
yeah, Mike, if you haven't got one of the cookies from the front desk, walk up there and grab one. It's
You
worth
gotta
the
ask
trip.
for them
And they have them all night long, so
all day, all night.
when you get a few whiskey sours in you, you can still get cookies.
What'd she say?
Should LOL, I didn't pay your butt.
I think she said Pat.
Maybe.
What's that next one in?
Dave Decade said, I will try again tonight and see what happens. You all have fun, and I wish I could be there, considering having it a few weeks later in the future.
We did
tried-
move it last year.
Yeah, we moved it further back this year, but
We
we're
did.
trying to avoid the Midwest garage sale season because we have such a short season here with the snow and the weather that we didn't want to take people away from their community sales.
No, and our first garage sale happens the first weekend in October, or the first weekend in April.
So
Mike-
we're trying to avoid garage sales on purpose, I guess.
Mike said he got his cookie, and it was warm and really good.
Nice.
They are yummy. And for those who don't know that are attending, just like a heads up, we'll be hanging out. We usually hang out every night down in the lobby before we go up to the hotel rooms to go to bed for the next day, whatever. But they are going to keep the bar open for anybody who does drink. They're going to keep the bar open until 11 o'clock. Last year they were closed at like 8, 9 o'clock.
Yeah, last year they closed the bar really early, so we were just down there and had to bring our own drinks. But
Which nobody minded. We did it anyway. I didn't drink.
this
but-
year it'll be open for us. We made sure of that when we booked it.
Oh, it's super quiet. Look, we still got 29 people in here.
You still got an hour and 40 minutes to talk. You better come up with something.
Does anybody else have questions?
I have questions. Are we there yet?
No. Nope. Knock on wood. There's no wood around me, but knock on something. We have not seen a single cop yet.
Why would you say that?
I'm just saying.
She's trying to jinx us now.
No, because I'm going the speed limit.
Y'all need to come to Nashville.
I wish we could.
Mm.
Two of them that close together, that's tough.
Oh, hello. No.
Hello.
I was like, hell,
We're already bombarded by Nebraska license plates, though.
Corey,
so
stop looking at the phone and drive. He's not driving.
I'm not
Corey's
driving.
not driving.
I'm backseat driving.
Who decided first to resell permanently?
Oh, there was no first.
It was just a universal decision.
Yeah, when we sold our previous business, our e-commerce store, we gave ourselves plenty of the time to decide what to do next. And we just started looking at options. Once we stumbled into the eBay world,
Yep.
He didn't even really
We just
start
kinda
there.
both-
It started with flipping. Like, he wanted to flip everything.
yeah,
Oh,
it kinda
yeah, it
started,
did.
It did. It started with flipping furniture, like getting in tables and stuff. We kind of started there and realized really quick that takes
work, and it's
a
not
lot
fun.
more work than we wanted to keep up with.
LaDonna said, okay, then your pilot needs to stop looking down at the phone, LMAO. I see her.
I agree.
Shut up, LaDonna.
I agree.
Gotta get the vehicle packed up. We'll see you all there soon.
Who's that, Steve?
See you soon.
No, that was the Kyle and,
Oh, the ones from Kansas City.
yeah, Kyle
Gotcha.
and April.
Because that's
Mike-
probably only got to be a few hour drive up there from Kansas City or from
It's not that
Kansas.
far.
What Mike say?
Mike said, is anyone here yet besides me? I really can't wait to start smoozing and networking with my peers.
Schmoozing.
Yes.
Okay,
smoozing.
one thing additional for anybody that's in here
Schmoozy.
that is attending Planes to Profit. If you are not currently in the Planes to Profit 2025 Facebook group, go in and join it, because a lot of the updates on what's happening as far as like suppers or meetings or where people are going to do stuff, it will all happen in there. So make sure you join the Facebook group.
And if you're not, it's not a huge deal because everybody's usually within yelling distance of everybody else. So just follow the group once everybody gets there. It's not hard to navigate. We all kind of move as a pack once we're there.
Also, just for those who are wondering what else to do, like tomorrow morning before we go, or not tomorrow morning, Saturday morning before we go to the meeting of the minds. There is a company in Omaha currently that they also do estate sales up in South Dakota, but they have one that's going on in Omaha/Council Bluffs starting tomorrow through Sunday.
I actually think there's 2 or 3 estate sales going on in Omaha while we're here. So that during the free times, I think there is some sourcing you can go do.
What?
LaDonna said, is anyone else here yet? Or no. LaDonna said, I'm trying to get Cheryl squared away to leave in the morning, but she's like a squirrel and she's squirreling, LMAO.
Cheryl
Cheryl
shiny
lives
squirrel.
close by.
Someone said, hi, where are you guys headed to?
Omaha,
We're
Nebraska.
headed to Omaha for Planes to Profit.
Mike said, smoozing. It's a New York thing.
Yeah, I know schmoozing.
Is that like the Home Alone thing where I saw you smooching with my brother?
No.
Someone said, have you guys noticed a slowdown in sales due to taxes being due in April?
I don't know if it's due to taxes, but yeah, eBay's been a little
It has been slow.
lethargic lately, but we've also had our attention split a little bit. So I don't know. I think eBay has been a little slow lately, but we never look at it on a week or a monthly basis. We just watch the 90-day.
Yep.
Otherwise, eBay will drive you nuts.
LaDonna said she's 5 minutes away from me.
Yep, I know.
Nice.
Buck Mountain Barn said, Corey and Teresa, what is your biggest fear in life?
Buck Mountain Barn.
No.
Yes.
No, that's our biggest
I don't-
fear.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Our biggest fear in life.
My biggest fear in life is Corey dying on me.
My biggest fear in life is dying on Teresa now. It wasn't until she said it. Now I don't want to disappoint her.
I don't know if any of my kids would let me move in with him if Corey died.
Corey's is hoodies.
That's not a fear, Zena. I just don't like them. I have a genuine dislike for
Seriously?
hoodies.
Hey, look,
I don't
people,
think I've ever seen him put a hoodie on.
I've never owned a hoodie.
I'm sporting the
And I
eBay
live with
today.
him.
Look, there's a thing about hoodies that I really don't like. It's the hood. It serves no
No,
purpose.
hold on though. He doesn't like hoodies. He won't wear a pullover hoodie, but he will wear a zip-up hoodie.
I will wear a zip-up hoodie because that's a jacket.
And I wear hoodies
And
all
a
the
jacket,
time.
a jacket's allowed to have a hood.
I wear hoodies practically every day.
Does Corey do more of the listing and Teresa does more of the sourcing, or is it pretty 50-50?
Teresa does a lot. Teresa does pretty much 90% of the listing on eBay.
I do. And lately I've been doing 100% of the sourcing.
Right now, she's been doing all the auction sourcing. During the summer, we source together every Thursday. And then I do listing on the other sites that are not eBay.
Yep.
So
So he's been doing, I will admit, I've not listed a single thing on the dollar auction. That is all Corey, as well as when we do sell stuff on Shop Commons, when we do lots, that is also Corey. I just say, this is what you have to list today, and then he goes out and does it.
I am getting better at being more productive in the eBay shop, because Tuesdays, now I'm on a live listing show with Buck Mountain Barn, Reseller Therapy. New YouTube channel is up, and we'll be over there in 2 weeks. Right now, we're just doing it on the Buck Mountain Barn channel.
I think you have one more show on Buck Mountain's channel, and then you'll flip over the next week.
So at the very least, on Tuesdays for 2 or 3 hours, I'm tied to the eBay listing desk and being productive. So that's helping.
No.
That's helping.
You're not tied to the eBay listing desk. He is tied to the eBay shipping desk that he uses.
Well,
I am on the listing desk.
I use it for listing, though.
Well, you do for the dollar auction, yes.
LaDonna said, sadly, a big channel's reseller's husband died a few days ago, our age. Out of the blue, his son found him face down in the kitchen.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
I didn't know. I didn't hear that.
I don't know
sucks.
whose channel that is,
I
so.
don't either.
Didn't say.
Wouldn't wish it on anybody.
That's like, I don't know. I was going to say just people our age, because we just had my sister-in-law's sister just passed away from cancer as well.
Yeah, you start hitting our age and you get less weddings and more funerals, and life gets a little more sad, but make the best out of every day, I guess.
Yep.
Someone said, does your daughter also like thrifting and sourcing, even for herself?
She likes thrifting and sourcing for herself, but she doesn't do anything else.
Yeah, I just buy it for myself to wear and stuff.
Simply Thrifting with Sherry. I'll have to check out that channel. I don't think I've ever seen that channel.
I have not.
Debbie Does Deals says headed down from South
That was
Dakota.
coming. Debbie Does Deals is from South Dakota?
Headed down from South Dakota as well, but not till tomorrow morning. So excited to see you all soon.
Debbie Does
Deals.
Where's Debbie from Deals from? Like, I know South Dakota, but where at in South Dakota?
I don't know. You can ask.
Debbie
It's
from
on live.
Debbie Does Deals. That's so not what was coming through my head when that came up.
You're horribly inappropriate.
But we're in South Dakota.
Someone said Teresa is Superwoman.
How am I? No, I'm not
I agree.
Superwoman.
I agree.
Buck Mountain's biggest fear is getting stuck in a hoodie trying to take it off.
But I'm going to do a plug too, because guess what? I am on a podcast now too. I am on
with Chris.
the same channel
Oh.
with Chris. Hold on. So on Thursday nights, every Thursday night, starting at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time, for us, that's called normal time. On Buck Mountain's channel, we do Pickin' and Grinnin' at the Barn, and it is myself, Brad, Black Sheep Society, Buck Mountain Chris, and then
It's Buck Mountain Barn.
Buck
His
Mountain
name's
Barn
Chris.
Chris, and then Leroy from Blood, Sweat, Salt. Okay, Hannah, what? Where's she from?
Earworthing.
Okay, you just
Oh, I
north of
remember
us.
her. She was down last year.
Someone said, have you guys lived in the Midwest your entire lives, or did you move there from somewhere else?
We
We
were
are
raised here.
Born and raised here, but we left for 3 years or so because I was in the military. So I was stationed in Arizona, South Carolina, and New York.
And I was in North Carolina when she tracked me down partway through her military, when she was getting out of basic going.
When I
No,
was
out of
getting
AIT. She came to North Carolina because we dated briefly in high school.
We dated briefly in high school, and then I tracked him down in North Carolina, and I went there and I stayed for 2 weeks. And on the day before I was supposed to fly out, we looked at each other and said, 2 nights before we were supposed to fly out, he said, should we get married? And I said, sure. So we went to the courthouse and got married, and then I flew out the next day.
I make quick decisions. They're not always good.
Hold on.
Roman Adventures said,
You don't want to read his out loud.
I'm afraid of Teresa, and I will leave it at that. Corey, not that much. Have a great trip and a great meetup, guys. I have to go now because I'm scared.
Thanks,
No,
Roman.
Roman's just scared of me because he won't sell me his pants.
Yes, she did stalk me. That's a true story.
I did.
Mike said, in most husband-wife reselling teams, the wife does most of the listing. Teresa, Dawn, Candace, what's up with that?
Dawn. Oh,
I can tell you what's up with that. I'm very business creative and very business minded.
he is not minimal task.
I cannot sit in front of a station and do the same thing over and over more than 3 times without chewing through the desk. So I have to do something different all day long. Like sitting there listing for 6 hours, I'd be in a nut house. I can't do it. Like I'm just not built for that.
Plus, when we go out to list, if we're both out there trying to list at the same time,
We
we
just
do
fight.
have 2 photo booths. So we have our big photo booth, and then I have a portable one that's like 2 foot by 2 foot.
Yeah.
3 foot by 3 foot.
Probably closer to 3.
That we list in, and so not everything can go in the smaller one, which is typically where I'll work if he's out there. So we fight over who's listing on the big.
We don't share resources well when it comes to listing.
Roman said it looks like both Corey and Teresa have wheels like in an airplane, so nobody can lose control of the car.
That's probably true. I don't know if I quit doing this, or if I wasn't
walked
here,
away from
would
it,
you
I'd
keep doing it?
Yep,
I don't think I would.
I would.
I don't think I would keep doing it.
So you stalked him?
I did. Well, kind of. So.
No, not kind of. She definitely stuck me.
So I actually used to be friends with his sister in high school, and then I dated him. His sister's like, what, 3 years young? 3 years younger than I am. And so I would go over and hang out with his sister at his mom and dad's house.
Why you gotta tell this story?
He would hide under his bed.
Why you gotta try and embarrass me? I was a kid.
So that I wouldn't know he was there, even though I wasn't up in his bedroom. We were only hanging out in the living room.
Guys, kids are scared of a lot of things, and she was scary as a kid.
But yes, I went to AIT and in Fort Huachuca, Arizona, and managed to get a hold of his sister and get his phone number in North Carolina, and called him up, and we talked for quite a while before I came out there.
Yeah, a couple weeks probably.
Yeah. So.
Someone said you guys were engaged within 2 weeks of meeting, and you're still married to today.
29 years.
29 years later.
Sue said
It's
excited
because
for
we're
your,
not quitters.
excited for your podcast. I want to see you make Chris wine.
Oh. I don't think I picked on Chris. I think if I picked on anybody last week, it was Leroy.
Yeah.
But I have to make sure that I don't drink energy drinks before I go on the show.
Yeah, she was a little wound up.
People kept saying I was going like 100 miles an hour.
She was.
Okay, I gotta slow down because we're coming into Sewer City.
Roman said, I have a feeling that Chucky is also coming to the meetup. He's in the back of the truck.
Nope, Chucky is not with us today.
Chucky doesn't leave the shelf. He's permanent stationed there.
Yep.
Someone said, have you had any experience selling big items like furniture and then using U-Ship or freight shipping to get it to
Well,
the
so
yes and no. On eBay, right? No. But in our old e-commerce store, we used to ship a lot of stuff that was like the size of a refrigerator.
Yep.
So we have used freight shipping before. We used
Freight Center.
Freight Center and just line up shipping. So we're not worried about shipping big things. Like if it ships, we'll sell it.
I think the only thing I would have issues with on selling large things like that on eBay would be getting the right dollar. Oh, look, somebody got pulled over.
Cops.
Would be getting the right shipping, because if you're shipping across the country from one place to another, you never know. Oh, I was going to say he's in handcuffs, but he's not. You never know how much it's going to cost, and I don't know how eBay handles that as far as doing freight shipping.
If you do freight shipping, like when we used to do it to figure out our shipping, because we offered free shipping on the e-commerce store, even if it was freight shipping. So we would figure our shipping from wherever to both sides of the coast, and we would take a good average, and we'd win some, we'd lose some. But we've shipped things that were $1,500 to ship before.
Yeah. And the one bonus of it is one of the companies that we drop shipped through, they handled all of the freight, so we never had to worry about that. There were 2 or 3 of them that always handled the freight, so we didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah, we only had to do it every once in a while. But yeah, big items. I mean, Dad used to sell cars on eBay, and you just hire a trucking company to come pick it up and drive it away. So I wouldn't be afraid to ship anything.
What, Anna? Say it.
Owen goes, who's Amy? Owen was watching.
Oh, hi, Owen.
Hi, Owen.
He said he subscribed.
Owen's Hannah's. She won't say boyfriend, but I would say Owen is Hannah's boyfriend.
Now you get to see where the crazy comes from.
Ken said that since it's much colder in Nebraska than Ohio, he won't be coming up there to the meetup because he doesn't want to freeze up there in negative 100-degree temperatures.
It's actually 80 this weekend.
It's 80 degrees all weekend. What are you talking about,
We're
Ken?
currently at 73, according to the truck.
Yeah, it's 73, and we're still, well, are we in Iowa yet?
We have not
We're
crossed.
still in South Dakota, and it's 73. There's no weather excuses on this.
No,
one.
last year we were worried about, but last year it was sweatshirt weather as well. It
last
wasn't
year,
like...
Yeah, people wore t-shirts and stuff last year.
Ken's just a weenie.
Heat wave.
Heat wave. Yeah, it is kind of a heat wave.
Roman said Hannah's doing a great job reading the chat. I would not be able to do it since I can't read or write.
Roman, I hope you're feeling...
I do too. We got to get Roman down to a Omaha meetup. He'd be a blast in Omaha.
Oh, God. He was a blast in Cincinnati. Minus still, again, the fact that he won't sell me his stuff.
Is there a video? I can't read this once. Is there a video you have online on why you sold your e-commerce business and pivoted to reselling? I was watching your videos. You made the toilet analogy, and it sounded like that business was robust.
So a little bit of background. So if anybody knows anything about sales tax and stuff like that, they had a case called South Dakota versus Wayfair, and they went after Wayfair to start paying taxes in South Dakota. And so they make it so that if you have what they call nexus in any state, which means you sell so much stuff or so many transactions, that means you have to start collecting sales tax in that state. And so that was the point where we were starting to make more sales, and we would have had to try to figure out how to collect and remit sales tax in all 50 states, and that requires at least 1 or 2 accountants on its own.
Well, the problem is at the time when that came through, the court case had just passed, and there wasn't anything set up to handle sales tax in multi-states for small business. So even trying to hire an accountant here to do our taxes, or an accountant in each state to do our taxes, none of them were really set up to handle multiple states that well for e-commerce. So it was kind of a gray area for e-commerce. Yep. A lot of small e-commerce stores went out of business during those 2 years, and rather than hassle with it, we sold the business.
Yep.
Now they have multiple different pieces of software. Even Shopify by itself now will actually do your taxes and submit them for you.
Sales tax.
Your sales tax on the items in multiple states. Back then, you would have had to have, however many states you had Nexus in, you would have had to have that many tax accountants, and it would have put us out of business. So we just sold.
Yep. So as far as the business, it was very robust. I was going to say, at our height of our time, I'm pretty sure we made $2.8 million in sales. And so it was insane. Plus the benefit of it was a drop ship store. So we very seldom physically touched product.
Yep. It was and it wasn't the drop ship store like AliExpress and buying cheap China junk. Like, we actually went to American made companies. We went to the manufacturers, and we actually made a deal with the manufacturers to become one of their wholesalers.
Yep.
Or their resellers.
Yep.
And then we just sold their stuff for them. So it wasn't the typical drop ship off Amazon and Chinese garbage. We were selling real product here in the U.S.
The one company that we sold for, we were their number one reseller.
Fun fact, we were actually the largest composting toilet distributor in the country.
Yep.
Bar none. We were the biggest one.
Yep. And the one we were their biggest reseller by far, even beating out Amazon.
I saw Tara's comment. Do I stand by the joke that Teresa's family is weird? Tara, that wasn't a joke. That's not a joke.
Is that my sister?
No.
Her family is definitely weird.
Yes.
But so's mine. So's everybody's family. Oh, don't say no.
So here I always refer to everybody, because I am one of 9 half biological siblings. So I have 6 that are full biological. Then I have
they're all biological. Yes. They're all human.
No, shut up. I have 6 that are full. We share mom and dad. And then I have 1 that we share a dad, and then 2 that I share a mom with. So there are 9 of us. And so Christmases around my house, when we have our Christmas, is a blast, because it's like we had 35 people at our house this last year for our sibling Christmas.
It gets really people-y. I 100% agree with. Is that Keith or?
Keith.
Yeah, I agree. That's too people-y for me too.
That's who asked.
No, I don't know. My family is all different.
Yeah.
There are Rick, Matt.
We love them though.
Jason.
We love them because they're different.
There are 4 girls and 5 boys.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Yep.
Roman said if the reseller meetup in Nebraska would have happened in the 1600s, would everyone be getting there by horses or turtles?
Buffaloes.
1600s?
Buffaloes. Beefaloes.
I think we would have cut a trail and walked it in the 1600s.
Bad, you're pressing buttons.
Am I pressing buttons?
Yes, get your hand off.
I'm sorry, everyone. I'm pressing buttons in the truck. Did someone say Christmas? Yeah.
Dave's Decade said, would you recommend buying a software to do tax for e-commerce? We are currently looking for one.
If you're looking to get into one that we've used, it's My Reseller Genie. That's the best one. I would say it's by far one of the best ones that's out
They
there.
just put out a new update, dude. Do you know that?
No.
You can actually use My Reseller Genie and just generate the reports for your taxes. It has everything on it for end of year. So it basically does as long as you're doing your bookkeeping,
Yep.
it's
So
done them for you.
My Reseller Genie, I think we have a code, don't we?
We have a code, but I don't know what it is. Check it out. It's Faith and Paul. You don't have to use a code. Just go check it out. I think they have a free trial.
They are one of our supporters.
For Planes to
Sponsors?
Profit.
Supporter for Planes to Profit.
They're also just genuinely good people.
So they were going to plan on trying to come, but they just had a baby not long ago. I think back in November, December, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
But
alternatively, if you don't want to use the software,
spreadsheet.
marry an accountant. That's what I did.
I'm being threatened to ask this question.
I wasn't pointing at Hannah.
Who
I was pointing
threatened
at
you?
Teresa.
Roman?
Ask them if they could restore a 50s vinyl player, and I'm watching, so I'll know if you do or don't.
We could if I had one.
If we had one,
I have a
It's
70s
Owen.
vinyl player.
Oh, it's Owen?
It's Owen.
Does Owen have one?
I don't know.
We probably could if we had one.
Yes, I was going to say, I've been getting into buying at our auction lately a whole lot of vintage
Clocks and
radios and clocks. I have managed to fix one cuckoo clock, a vintage cuckoo clock, and then I have another one that I can't figure out, so I'm just going to sell it as parts.
No, we got it. The one hanging up?
No, not that one.
Not that
the
one.
other cuckoo clock that I don't have all the parts for.
We have to look into that one hanging up.
It doesn't have the little
the
thingy.
pendulum.
Yeah, that.
Someone said, I've binged almost all your videos and I have a full-time job, but you guys have inspired me to resell as a side hustle. It's a lot easier than I thought.
It is, and you just have to start out simple.
Small.
Sell what you have.
Okay.
Just sell what's around the house. That one of the first things we sold after we bought a bobblehead and sold it, but one of the first things of our own we sold
was a Harmony remote.
Yeah, we had an old Harmony universal remote.
Fun fact, it was my Christmas present one year for Christmas, and we never used it.
It's because we're too old and we couldn't figure it out.
Ken said, gotta run. I'm actually being productive and getting stuff done today. I'm not good at multitasking.
Bye, Ken.
So now I'm just sitting here watching you drive.
Are you listing on eBay, Ken?
He might be gone already.
Whatever.
I appreciate it.
Roman said, I watched a video about Pierre, South Dakota yesterday during the 4th of July fireworks, and it was 50 degrees outside, and people were wearing 3 jackets and pants so they don't freeze.
Yep. But now the question is,
well, then it wasn't 50 because people in South Dakota don't wear 3 jackets when it's 50.
No.
We wear shorts and flip-flops.
Hannah said it the correct way, but most people do not say our state capital the right way. A lot of people say Pierre, but it's actually Pierre.
It's not French, it's Dakotan.
Dakotan.
Actually, it is named after a Frenchman.
Hi, Amy.
Sorry. Buck Mountain said, would you guys ever get involved with TikTok Shop?
Yes, if I could figure out TikTok.
See, hold on.
TikTok is just in a week. So.
I will tell you, I have TikTok, and when I see people on there, what I call shilling, that's what everybody calls it, shilling their stuff, and they're trying to make it
their stuff.
No, hold on though, but they're trying to make it look like they actually use it, but you can tell as soon as you go into it that these people don't use this stuff. They just sign up to do TikTok just to sell it, and unless you're really using it, I don't want to buy the crap from you.
Well, a lot of the TikTok shop, I've looked into it a little bit, and when they're doing that, they're telling you to grab stuff from around the house that you already bought from Amazon and places like that. And if you already bought it and you already use it, then make a quick video of it and you could get affiliate money from it. I don't know.
TikTok?
It's something that if it came up naturally in our business, I wouldn't shy away from it. I don't mind affiliate income, but for us to get real serious on it, we'd have to get 1,000 followers on TikTok, and we're just not we're just not that big on TikTok. Like, we don't do a lot on TikTok.
No.
Owen said, you didn't have to say it like that.
What?
That he threatened me. He said his parents have one and they took it to a guy, but he said he can't find a certain part that it needs.
Well, if they know the part, I can probably source it for them.
Anyway.
Finding parts is what we're good at. We're on eBay.
Keith said, what has been the highest value item you've thrifted in the wild?
That it was some mechanic part. Remember when we sold it for like $1,200? That whole $100 lot that we got.
Are you talking about the electricians
Yes.
stuff? Yeah,
yes.
we had an electrician tester kit. It was a bunch of fluke stuff, like high-end fluke stuff. And one of the meters from that sold for $1,200 by itself. But we've made larger sales, like individual sales. The football card buy was probably our biggest buy and our most lucrative.
$2,800 total, I think, for all the football cards that we bought.
For a truckload of football cards in cases.
And we're over, I think we've sold 40,000.
It's getting close to 40,000 in profit on that.
Yep.
Purchase.
I think. I don't know.
And we have sold like $2,800 in cards in one purchase before. So I guess it's not a single item, but it was from a single buy.
Yeah, that was creepy to ship that. Like, not creepy, it was just daunting. Like, we watched it constantly.
That was a big risk. That whole card buy was a big risk. Everybody we reached out to and said, hey, should we buy these? We don't know anything about cards. Told us don't buy them. But the comps on eBay were saying buy them. So we took a chance. We
did, and we're down
paid out $2,800 and we made a killing.
We're down to less than a case of our small box football cards.
Yep.
Amy's here.
You said that earlier.
Beach buy.
Ken said, yes, listed a few things on eBay and did a little store maintenance. Riverbend Resale. Who is that?
Doug
hey
and Kayla.
They're
That's
coming.
what I thought. He said, hi guys, see you tomorrow. Roman said, Chris said that he will sell Buck Mountain Barn to Elon Musk for a lot of money and quit reselling.
They're looking for volunteers for that neurochip implant. That might be a good gig.
LaDonna said Cheryl TikToks, but she doesn't sell there, but it can be scammy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she also said monetization. That is hard. Doesn't pay very well from what I've heard due to the way their algorithm works.
I think the one person I know that does well over there, or I've heard they do well on TikTok Shop, is Angie Resells. And maybe reach out to her. I'm not sure what all she does there, but I think she does that.
Yeah, most of the stuff I see people trying to sell on TikTok are not stuff, like, it reminds me of Temu stuff.
Yeah.
Temu, not Temu, Temu.
But about it, I just started it. I just did my first video next week. Get a hold of me and we'll talk about how TikTok Shop works. Keith asked, any experience selling jewelry, especially turquoise jewelry?
So I love jewelry.
Yes and no.
I don't know if I've actually sold authentic turquoise jewelry, but I know I've read about how to test it and make sure.
Tested a few pieces of turquoise and they ended up being plastic.
But as far as jewelry, we sell a lot more of we don't sell any of our gold on eBay, very little, unless it's electroplated or gold plated. We actually have a little jar that we drop all of our gold stuff in. So
we have sold an absolute ton of costume jewelry.
Yes.
And we sell a lot of brooches and tie clips and cufflinks. Those we usually list on eBay just because they're such an easy listing and they're so cheap to get. And
I have an easy way of storing them for our jewelry. So
Donna said, make sure it's turquoise. Most is howlite.
Yep. Yeah, we've had to test multiple pieces and they were not turquoise. So
LaDonna, I need your assistance while you're there tomorrow. I have some glass/pottery type stuff that I need assistance with.
Debbie does deals.
Every time you say that, it kills me.
Said, I'm going to be doing some listing today to justify the sourcing we will be doing in Omaha this weekend. Roman sells like to sell costume jewelry only on $1 marketplace.
That's funny. We're going to be selling a ton of jewelry on $1 auction place. We're going
to be selling tons of jewelry on $1auction.com.
We've actually done 4 jewelry live shows.
Yep.
On Whatnot and one on
3.
One on Polish and Brush.
And
they do okay.
That's okay. What do you drink, LaDonna? I'll buy you a drink.
Keith said, would you say your buyers are evenly distributed through the U.S. or is there a particular state or east or west coast that shops a lot from you?
We get a lot of orders from Texas,
Ohio,
California, and Ohio.
For
Jack
some
Treasures
reason.
Is on.
Hey!
We get pretty lucky with our buyers. We do have a very wide spread of buyers.
We do, but we have like 150 repeat buyers.
We get, with us being in South Dakota, we're kind of in the center of the U.S. So shipping for us, we beat a lot of people on shipping if they have to ship West Coast to East Coast or vice versa.
Yep.
So we do get a lot of buyers just because we get cheaper shipping from the central U.S.
Yep. We do get some, I know we've shipped quite a bit to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
And
We
we
do a lot of
do a lot of
international.
international, but it's kind of slowed down now with whatever it is that they put in place for like the plush and the stuff to go to like the UK and stuff. So Europe, not UK, Europe. So what you were laughing about?
Roman says he sells a lot to Bismarck.
He says, I have buyers only from Bismarck, North Dakota, and they all speak Russian.
Well, I would think more Canadian, but I'm sure it's a dialect thing. Sounds the same.
He's from Uzbekistan?
Roman?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know I knew at one point he said before. Roman, where are you from originally?
I think it's Uzbekistan.
Or where's your family from? He's from the US now. He's one of us.
Well, I know he's US. But where was he born? I think it's Uzbekistan.
He was born in Ken's house.
Uzbekistan
Yep,
is
you got it right.
the capital of North Dakota.
Sounds right.
Nice.
Why are people passing on that side? I feel like we sell more to Florida than anywhere else, said Jack Treasures.
Well, that's because you're in Georgia.
Yep.
Mike Seller said, hello, Corey and Teresa. I've
Mike.
signed up and have been accepted to the $1 auction platform, but haven't been able to actually list yet. Is there a video to walk this old man out?
Well,
We're
there
working
will
on
be.
'em.
There will be a video. We have a videographer team working on said video, so it'll be out shortly.
It's honestly listing on the dollar auction.
It's really
is
easy.
Way easier than eBay, just because it doesn't ask you all the what do they call it, specifications.
Specifications.
And you're listing
Specifics.
something that could potentially sell for $1. So
Yep,
we
so we
usually
don't-
do just like one
or
picture.
two photos.
We put a title. We copy the title to the description. Set it at an auction for however many days you want, and put it at $1 start.
No.
You're pretty much good to go. Like there's not much to it at all.
LaDonna said it's really easy. There's tutorials on District to help.
Yep.
Keith said, who's the cook in the family? Teresa, Corey, or Hannah?
Teresa's the cook. I'm the eater.
When
Don't
Corey
really live with
cooks,
them.
he
It's
makes
good.
a mess
But Corey cooks good.
and doesn't
Corey made
clean up
banana
after
bread.
himself. Yes, he did, and he's the only one that's ate it besides Hannah.
I ate some. But
Corey-
it's got pecans in it.
Corey can cook. He just, I
Two
make
is
a
nice.
mess. I destroy the kitchen when I cook because everything that I touch has to be used once and then put away. So
However, Hannah has learned how to cook steak lately due to somebody that we're not naming.
yeah, thanks for that.
But
I don't know if he's still watching or not. Maybe I should.
Like twice, I've had to smell steak in the house while I was gonna have
she
ramen
eats-
noodles or cereal
she ate steak twice in one day.
in front of us.
It was good. The one was overcooked, but that's okay.
I might have to take my sweatshirt off.
Lynn Landers, do you know who that is?
Nope.
Said, I feel like everything I sell goes through Louisiana and gets stuck there.
So I have one item
I feel
right
your
now
pain.
that I am watching. It's currently been stuck since March 19th in St. Louis, I think. But I did file a thing with UPS and USPS, and I'm waiting to hear back. But yeah, it's a $130 pair of shoes that's just randomly stuck somewhere.
Yeah, we have things disappear like that. Usually, if you file the missing
Missing
item
mail.
report within a day or two, all of a sudden it just comes back, and it's just magically there. So
Somebody really wanted some New Balance shoes though, because that's what disappeared was brand New Balance shoes
and they were
that I took
massive
an
too,
offer.
weren't they? Were they a pair of those big ones?
No.
Oh, because we bought some New Balance shoes last summer
Yes.
that were like 14s or
15.
15s. They were massive.
Apparently it is Brian and Tracy's anniversary.
It is
Brian wants
this
to know.
weekend, or is it today?
I don't know.
Brian wants to know about our ETA. We have 1 hour and 8 minutes.
1 hour?
1
He
hour
said they detoured.
and 8 minutes. It looks like before we hit Omaha.
Mike Seller says his problem is he gets to the portal and it won't let him go any farther.
Are you doing it on your phone
The
or are you
portal.
doing it on the website?
Buck
For-
Mountain says he's on the East Coast and 90% of his sales go to the West Coast.
Really? Well, yeah, like the golf clubs.
You just sell good stuff.
He said
They-
he's doing
they
it on the
gotta have it.
website.
Then I don't know. I will tell you, Corey's the one that's listed. I've listed a few things on the platform, but not on the dollar auction.
Keith asked, have you guys sold anything that you regretted because you loved it so much and it'll be hard to replace?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, I'll tell him this story.
Jeez.
Corey, we went to the movie theater to watch Dungeons and Dragons.
Yep.
And we bought 2 of their popcorn tins.
The dragon head ones.
The dragon plastic ones. And we put it up and sold one.
They sold for crazy prices.
Yep. When we first sold it, we had 3. So we sold one for just the thing by itself. Then we sold the dragon head with the cups.
Yep.
And that one went for like $150 or more.
Yep.
And then we had a third one, and Corey's like, okay, they've all slowed down on sales, so now let's go ahead and put this one on. And we're going to put it on for a crazy dollar
That's
amount.
what I did. I put it on there at an insane price thinking nobody's ever going to pay this. So I could just keep it on my shelf, but it's still listed so I don't have to feel guilty about it.
And then somebody bought it.
Somebody bought the dang thing.
But the bonus is our movie theater is a teeny tiny little movie theater in Madison. And so they ended up saving all this stuff from people who have either bought it and never picked it up,
Or they had extra.
or they had extras. And so one day they decided to do a sale to clean out inventory. So we bought some of the dragon heads, we bought some minion cups, and we bought some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
the
slime
buckets.
whatever, toxic bucks.
Yep. So I have
Toxic
my dragon
buckets.
back, and we have them all listed except
But
one
one.
dragon head that I won't list. That one's staying with me now.
Lynn Lander said, I file after a week. It's been over a month. I'm still holding my breath. The customer hasn't said a word yet.
Ours did reach out to us, and I just told them, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and file a claim with USPS to see if I can get it moving. I have been watching it religiously, like once a day or every other day I check it. And then I did message them, letting them know yesterday that if I didn't hear back from them on Monday, I would just go ahead and refund it, and I'll battle it out with USPS.
Yep. That's about what we're going to have to do
Yep.
at this point. It's been long
But
enough.
I will tell you though, if you are mailing smaller packages, those smaller packages might get stuck somewhere, because we had some patches that we
Yep.
sent to a guy and he didn't get them, so we refunded him. I got reimbursed by USPS, and then magically, that was in August. In
Yeah.
December,
He finally got
we
them.
got he got the patches, and he turned around and sent them back to us saying, I already
Yeah.
was refunded for this, here are
I
these
wanna get
patches
over
back.
here. It's gonna-
Luckily, we had a really honest customer. When he got them, he was like, hey, you refunded me, but I ended up getting these. And he sent them back to us, which we would have been perfectly fine with him keeping them, but
Yep.
he sent them back. So
What would you guys do? You sent a buyer their item, which was a bag, and realized 6 months later that you forgot to send the shoulder strap. The buyer hasn't mentioned anything. Do you keep quiet or do you reach
it's
out?
funny you
Keep
ask.
quiet.
It's funny you ask,
Fine.
because we've done something similar to that before, where we sent somebody
Yep.
with one piece missing.
Jeez.
Normally, if it was something important to it, I would probably reach out. But if it's like a small piece, if they say something, we'll send it or refund them. But if they don't, we'll probably just leave it alone. No
What?
sense stirring the pot. Did Mike just super chat us?
$20.
Thank
Mike?
you,
I
Mike.
forgot this is alive. It's super chat eligible. Gas money.
Yes,
Yeah,
Mike.
because normally we would bring my car, which we take sourcing every time we go. We take the car, which is a
Not this
Honda Accord hybrid, so I get 45, 50 miles to a gallon. But because we have so much stuff we're bringing to Plains Profit, we could not fit that all in the car, along with our dogs to drop off at the kennel or Hannah, and so we are actually
bring
taking
the
the
truck.
truck.
And she's a bit of a gas drinker.
Oh, not bad. I'm only at a quarter of a tank, and we're
Yeah.
over halfway. That's because I get good gas mileage when I
Thank you,
drive.
Mike. I don't have like a. Thank you,
Roman!
For Ken's drinks. For
I
next year's
don't
meeting.
have like a dolphin or a pig noise or anything to plan here, because we're just doing it on our phone from the truck. But maybe Hannah will make dolphin noise for you.
Nope.
That's the thing. There's 2 that I know of that when they get a super chat, they have a special video that they play.
Yeah.
And when Buck Mountain does his, he has one that's like a goat that I think they're.
There you go. There you got. You got the goat.
Oh, Hannah, I might have to stop somewhere and take my sweatshirt off.
It's getting warm in here, isn't it?
It is.
Nobody believes me when I tell them that my favorite animal is a goat.
So
Goats are
Hannah.
awesome.
So a little story on Hannah's goat thing. So when we first moved out to the property that we live on now, we started raising chickens, and then we decided we wanted animals, so we got goats. But they're not. This might offend some people.
There was
might
a
not.
rule. Any animal that came on the property
We ate.
had to be named after food, because we were eventually
That was
going to
not
eat it.
the rule.
Except the cats. We don't eat the cats.
No. So we got goats. We got 2 goats that were getting ready to have babies, and so we had to pull babies. Here I am. I'm not raised on a farm. I'm a city girl or a town girl. Nothing. Here I am with our 1 goat that was having issues with my arm like this far up in it, trying to pull out a baby goat.
She was very proud of herself. I was
we
proud of her
have video
too.
of it.
You know what they do to me?
What?
Okay, goats are my favorite animals.
So we kill them and eat them.
Goats are my favorite animals, okay? And they went with the, like, we have a thing that you put on in your, like, the back of the truck for animals.
Oh,
so
the
you can
goat
call
cage?
them.
Yep.
And they didn't tell me what they were gonna go get. And they sent me a picture of a little baby horse. So I'm like, no way are they bringing home a horse. And they come home with
right.
goats.
I remember that.
We did.
I was about to unsubscribe. Thanks for the cat update.
Yeah, we have cats. We have a cat, Mama Cat, that has been
have a
there.
lot of
She's
cats.
but she's the only original cat that's
Matter
there
of
from
fact,
when
if-
we
Not
moved
really
in.
original though.
She was the first litter born there.
Oh,
Yes.
well, here's a story about
I
her.
know.
Her name's Joe, and she was
During
born in a
COVID.
litter. There was 2 of them. It was a small litter, and we named them Joe and Carlos, or was it Joe
It
and
was
Joe-
Joe and
No, it was
Carol.
Joe and
Carol.
Carol.
Because the Tiger King was big at the time. Well, it ended up Joe was
It's
actually a girl, and
Carlos.
Carol was actually
yeah.
a boy. So we had to switch their names
Carlos.
up.
And now it's
now
Cheeto.
it's JoJo.
and Carlos.
It's JoJo and Cheeto.
It was JoJo and Carlos, and now Cheeto is Carlos. He
We don't
went to
have
do.
Cheeto anymore.
No,
different
one of our kids' best friends has Cheeto.
But we've had a lot more.
Long story short, Brian and Tracy, if you'd like more cats, swing by our place on the way home. There's about a dozen of them running around outside. They're all barn
And
cats.
JoJo is the only one that's not feral. She will let you pick her up and hold her, but all of the kittens that have been born over the last few years, they're all feral.
What was that last comment, Hannah?
What do you guys do if you have a famine of sourcing?
Famine, like
Yeah, that
sourcing slow. We're in a
You
famine.
drive further out to source.
We will, but right now we kind of discovered online auctions, and Teresa's been doing really good, kind of bridging the gap with
Yep.
the online auctions, and we're getting plenty of inventory there. I will
Between-
say, it's not like garage sale sourcing. Our margins are lower, but we're bridging the gap to spring with
Well,
the online auctions.
They are and they aren't, because I just picked up and we just sold a $125 medical scale that I only paid $30 for.
And we just bought a lawnmower engine new in the box
I did.
for a vintage lawnmower that's going to sell really well. We got it for $45.
$45, but I have five plus watchers on it currently. So
Yep. So we've
The
been
only-
doing pretty good with that just by using the online sourcing.
Yep, the only other one that's out there is listed for over $1,000. So
Jack Treasure said, LOL, Tracy would try if I didn't stop her.
Well, Tracy, if you need an address, we'll hook you up. We got a net. You can get as many as you can catch. Take them with you.
Good luck.
we just got to get them into the garage. So we leave our garage. We put food and water in our garage. We don't park. We have never parked in a garage that we've ever owned.
I have.
garages
I used
aren't
to
for
park in
parking.
the garage.
So we have our garage door partway open all year long so that the cats can go in and out, and that's where their food is. But we also find possums in our garage too. So
Oh my gosh, don't even get me started on that.
The possums.
I walked out to go check the cats, and they were were you guys inside?
Yeah.
Or were you just, they were somewhere. I walked out to the garage, and it was ridiculous, and I was trying to go pet the cats, and here are 2 possums inside the garage. I freaked out.
yeah, but we didn't hurt them. We just chased them outside.
Is that the story?
No, we didn't.
No, you didn't.
Oh no, I didn't. I'm sorry. I
Teresa's
lied.
Dad
Teresa's-
had a
I lied.
shovel.
Teresa's lying.
It was it a shovel or was it the
It was a
pitchfork?
shovel. It was, you were holding them with a pitchfork, and Dad had a shovel.
I like possums on the property because I don't mind them on the property. They eat a lot of
They
bugs.
come in and
stuff,
eat our
but
cat food.
Thrifted Spirit
Oh,
Not in the
hi.
garage.
said, "Good microphone. I had to mute you for a minute to make sure the light rattle was travel noise and not my house.
Yeah, it's travel noise.
It is.
Why is the sound like y'all activated a radiation gun?"
I don't know.
Little
Let us know
radiation
when
for
you ship
everybody.
that motor so we don't ship glass that day.
That makes
It's
it work.
actually not that heavy. It's only like, I think I
30
weighed it
pounds?
and I think I have it shipping at like 35 pounds.
Yeah, it's not that
So
bad.
it's not, it's just a little, like it's not a big motor for a ride-on lawn. Well, it could be for a ride-on
I
lawnmower.
think it's about that size, but
It's a down downshaft.
Yeah.
I think.
Most of those are.
So it's just it reminds me of a lawnmower motor, a little bit bigger than a standard lawnmower motor. So I think it actually is for a.
It is
It's for a Tecumseh rider mower.
It is in the original box,
Yep.
so it's packed well. So literally, we just have to tape it up and throw a label on it.
Yeah, it has the thing. I did pack a whole bunch of paper around it to keep it from wobbling side to side. So.
Buck Mountain said, "Did you know you drive on a parkway, but you park on a driveway?"
Yes.
I did know that. I don't like it, but I know it.
God, that got quiet now. We've been going for
Still got 28 people though.
60 minutes. We've been going for an hour.
Well, we do have about an hour to go, and I think we're going to make one stop in between, possibly.
Yeah, because I got to tinkle.
So
Okay, nobody needs to know.
I think we're going to hop off the live. Thank you for joining us, everybody.
Yes.
I hope this was mildly entertaining.
Stay tuned. We
Can you
might
give
go.
a percentage.
Can you give us percentages of electronics, home decor, nostalgia collectibles, functional items, functional use items that you sell?
I
might
would
have
say.
It's hard to say right now because we can't pull up eBay, but
No, but I would say on general that about 40% is toys
yeah,
because
maybe.
of all the Barbies and the Barb clothes and that stuff. Then I would say probably 15 to 20% is jewelry. We don't have a whole lot of electronics. Those usually
Not a
go
lot.
super fast. So like we pick up car radios and VCRs and that type of stuff. But I'm pretty sure my VCR drawer is pretty empty, along with my car stereos.
I will say our percentages are going to change pretty drastically this year because we're moving towards more high ticket and we're buying less of the small stuff.
Yep.
So I think our categories are going to completely flip-flop on us. Actually, our biggest category money-wise
It's a
for the
football
3
card.
years is probably the football cards, honestly. Like those were just such a good buy and they sell all the time just consistently that when we run out, I'm going to hate that.
I just yawned on camera.
You just yawned on camera. Way to go, Teresa. Sorry, guys. She's not bored. She's just rude.
I'm tired. We went to bed late last night and then got up early this morning for packing stuff up to get going.
All right. We're going to jump off of here. We're going to do Planes to Profit. I'm sure we'll have more videos from the event. But
Again, thanks Mike and Roman.
yeah, thank you guys.
And you can stay updated on talks with Grams and Pops.
Yep. Check out the TikTok channel that Hannah runs. I'm sure we'll keep them updated over there.
Or potentially Grams and Pop's Instagram.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Are you sure you want to end the live? I think